Hey guys, Henry here. I'm the owner of Scottsdale Watch Shots. As you know, we're starting a new podcast called Beyond the Dial. I have an amazing guest here with us. His name is Kuno Becker. He is from one of my childhood movies, Goal 1, 2, and 3. So, I want to introduce you.
Hermano, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. It's a pleasure having you here in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's one of the most amazing cities in the world. But
I know, man.
Yeah.
This is the nice part of town. The other parts are nice also, but this is so nice, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
I know,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it came out pretty beautiful.
This is not cheap, man. Look at this.
It is not.
It's so beautiful.
100%.
No, it's really cool. Thank you for having me, brother.
Of course,
Thank
brother.
you so much.
Well, I mean,
si digo algo en español porque it's okay.
Yeah, it's 100%
Sometimes my English
okay.
is not the best.
Hey, we're Mexican. We could always adapt to all cultures.
Right?
Yeah,
there you
100%.
go.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think many people remember about the movie Goal until I, recently came across it again, and I wanted to rehash that because, that was one of my childhood things, and I want to talk about that.
Yeah, it's so beautiful because we were just talking about it. Goal has been a blessing in my life.
Yeah.
Because I've found the way through that movie, for example, and a lot of actors, I think they can say the same. When you make a movie that is so successful, you just kind of like live through the movie longer,
100%,
because it just keeps coming up, and then people see it again because of the format of a couple of hours.
Right.
You see it again. Once when you do TV is great,
right.
But when you do a great show and you're part of a show. People watch it in case it's successful. They see it and then they never see it again.
Right, 100%.
And theater, it's even like more like just see it and then it's gone.
Right.
So with movies, what's beautiful about them is that, especially with that one, it's so inspirational. The message and the premise is so beautiful and positive.
Right.
Especially now that we need that as Latinos.
100% brings all the culture back that people miss. Yeah.
Yeah, and brings this side of us, which is the real side of us.
Right.
Not saying that the negative isn't real, but most of what we do in this country is work our asses off to actually do good things.
I agree. Yeah.
And that's a story of an underdog story about this guy who becomes a soccer star, a football star, like they say in England.
Yeah.
and then just becomes a star, and it's an incredibly positive, inspirational story about a Latino.
Right.
So I think that also makes it beautiful. But the fact that it's a movie you can watch it in 2 hours
100%.
and then watch it again keeps you in the mind and the hearts of people like over and over again.
I think I watched it like 15 times at least. As a growing up, Over was my favorite thing,
Yeah, I've done a few movies that have been so successful. That's the most successful one that I've done. That I've been part of.
Yeah.
I did another one, for example, that it's Cars in Spanish. I did the voice of the Lighting McQueen in Spanish.
I did not know that.
I know,
wow.
yeah. And that, for example, was like huge also in Latin America, Mexico, and Spain. And just another one, a piece of another one. Not even the whole movie, but another one that's called Cinco de Mayo, La Batalla.
I did see, I was looking at it.
So a piece of that one, like it just kind of like stayed there forever, like managed to be kind of like for some reason, the speech and all that.
Right.
But other than that, everything is a failure. Not a failure because when you work, you're blessed.
Right.
And you know what you do what you love. But at the end of the day, I've done like, I don't know, maybe 40 movies or 30 something, 40 movies.
Wow.
And people remember like those 3.
Yeah,
so
they were
right?
killer movies. I enjoyed them. Yeah.
Yeah, but most of the times you work and you're blessed with the work, but
right.
you don't get the chance to be in a cultural phenomenon like.
Well, that's
like
why
soccer,
I feel like I could.
Insane.
Yeah, I feel like I could really how to say that? Like I could feel like I could really. Relate to that movie because
not relate, man. You're fresa. You're very fresa.
well, I'm saying like growing up watching like soccer movies, watching so many different things. My dad working very hard, and I kind of related to that movie in a sense of the immigrant. It was really unique, and that's why it drew to me a lot.
It has everything. It's an immigrant story. It's Latino. It's
success,
Mexican. He crosses the border. It's to the success, and it's soccer.
Yeah.
So it's like hitting like
it's a worldwide sport. Yeah, 100%.
It's the sport that most of us like have seen, when we grew up and everything, So,
but what really got you to doing that? To getting into the acting world.
Get into the acting world. I had a very famous aunt.
Okay.
I used to look up to her. Maria Felix, she was one of the icons in the golden era in the Mexican movies. But we were never really close. I've seen her, I saw her like a few times in my life. I don't think that was the reason actually, but that's I said it because it's the only person in my family that also did like something in movies, no? But
Okay.
like I don't really. It was only, honestly curiosity, and we didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
My grandfather went to Germany after the war, Second World War, to Mexico. He was a German immigrant in Mexico, and I grew up. I was born obviously in Mexico, and I grew up in Mexico, like losing everything.
Yeah.
You know, because he built all these businesses. It was very prosperous Mexico at that time. So he built these businesses, and then my dad lost everything.
Yeah.
he wasn't that great, so he was great, but he teach me everything that you're not supposed to do. You know. So,
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
by example, not,
Okay.
not yeah. So at the end of the day, he kind of like I always remember like all this, ¿cómo se dice carencia? When you start losing all this stuff and you have this feeling of like scarcity.
Okay.
Maybe?
Okay.
Is that a word? Does
Yeah.
that exist? Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, when I grew up, it was like we didn't have any money.
Yeah.
I remember just losing stuff, you know,
Yeah.
losing the factory, the
Yeah.
businesses, and everything. So since I had like some kind of conscious mind, I started to work, and that was one of the things that made me curious. And I started to work, and I worked really, really hard.
What did you do for work?
Um,
Was it a young age?
I
or
played
something
on the
else?
street when I
Okay.
was like 9.
Okay.
Because my mom sent me to study music, classical music. I grew up playing classical music since I was 5.
Okay.
So by the time I was 9, my mom, my teacher, my violin teacher, told me I can't teach you anymore like anything else. So
Yeah.
she sent me to study in Salzburg in Austria,
Wow.
a few months a year with very
Wow.
like borrowing money, because it was her dream.
Right.
And even though it was hard, I did that. So I spent the money. I didn't have to obviously administrate any money.
Well, you were young. Yeah.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I ended up playing on the street. And then when I was back in Mexico, I went to school. And then when I was like 16, 17, I went to the acting school in Televisa, which is a very huge TV company, the most famous one in Latin America, basically. Yeah. And at that time, the telenovelas were like, you know, the shit.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that was the only.
And they still are to a point. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Just
they're
in a more
anything
dramatic-
close
yeah.
to like what they were, but
Yeah.
they still are important, but
Uh-huh.
not as much,
Right.
not nearly as
Uh-huh.
much. But at that time, it was great. So I started acting that in the drama school, which was very hard, and I started working there. They like one episode here, one episode there, and I started very, very hard, and it was just curiosity, and then I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It's a tough business. It's a little toxic. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not everybody. There's incredible, nice people.
Yeah.
Your dad actually knows a few of them.
Okay.
We have a lot of good friends in common, but a lot of people are really fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the industry.
Yeah. I think that's a nice way of saying it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And throughout the years, and I got lucky because I worked so hard. Like one episode here, one episode there, telenovelas here. Then I make movies in Mexico. Then I wanted to movies when I wanted to do Hollywood.
Yeah.
First movies there, and I started auditioning. I did a few. Then movies in the States, and then TV shows in the States, and then I directed a few films.
Yeah.
But then I got like I kind of lost the passion.
Okay.
And I'm at a stage in my life that I started changing passions and like doing different things because the ¿cómo se dice? La industria, the industry
Yeah.
became a little fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little
It's only
toxic,
getting
a little-
worse. It really
he knows
is.
a lot of people from there, you know, because I said we have a few friends in common, but
and behind the scenes, my dad's here, so that's why he's
yeah,
pointing at him.
yeah. Your dad is a great guy, and I really, and I'm not saying everybody.
Yeah.
Again, but just wasn't happy. So
Yeah.
I started doing that. I was really successful,
Okay.
but thank God I started to do other things. Since I started working very, very young, I started to invest in real estate,
That's good.
and I love that shit.
Yeah.
I love that shit,
Yeah.
and because it's been like my economic base,
Wow.
and that's why I was able to become an actor.
Wow. That is really cool.
Because when I got to Los Angeles, everybody was like, all the actors I saw and actresses that I knew, they got to Los Angeles and they were like renting a condo or an apartment for a few months, and
Yeah.
then the rent was too high and they had to go back to Mexico City.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I have to like find a place to live so I can
Right.
audition a lot more.
Right. To make it. Right.
Well, if you want to play the lottery,
Right.
if you play more times,
Right.
you have more chances to win, right? That's how I
100%.
see it.
Yeah.
So I bought a place, and then I learned that you can actually flip them and fix them up and then make some money. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So and I started doing that, and it's not easy, but I got it kind of okay at it.
Yeah.
And then I did that, and that's the story, man.
Well, I mean, but goal. I mean, you got when you were doing the whole acting.
I was auditioning for years to
really,
yeah,
really.
Everybody's like, "Oh my God, you're so lucky!"
Because you got the main
movie.
Character part. I mean, that's what really you sold
with
the whole movie.
Incredible actors, man.
Yeah.
Incredible. Stephen Delane.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing all these.
Alessandro Nivola. They're like been in great movies.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, you got to travel the world. I would assume doing different.
Oh my God.
I saw different parts of the movie, and there was in different. I was like, oh,
we promoted that movie so much in all over England.
Yeah.
In Australia and Japan, the premieres were insane because it scored really high in Disney when they do focus groups before they release the movies, and it was supposed to be opening in like something crazy like 8,000 screens or 10,000 screens at that time.
Yeah.
But then one of the producers got into a fight with like the main Disney guy.
Okay.
And then something happened, and they put us in Touchstone Pictures, so a notch down, a little lower.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing wrong with Touchstone Pictures, but it wasn't Disney with a little castle.
Right.
And we lost a few thousand screens, so it didn't have the best opening that it was supposed to have.
Right.
But even like that, with time, it was just it just became more and more and more, and it's insane how much that movie has given me. Like I'm so blessed that I was part of it.
I think that was one of the most powerful movies you ever did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
the most powerful.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I mean, what was the most memorable piece of those, of at least any of those three movies? That really changed or impacted your life.
I think that when I did.
Because you were young, right? You were like what, in your 20s?
20 something, 23, 24, something like that. When I was, they told me there was this audition, right, for this soccer movie, this huge soccer movie, and my agent asked me at that time, hey, do you play soccer? And I was like, yeah, of course. And you're Mexican, right? You play soccer? I was like, yeah. Well, so like, yeah, and we ride the donkeys and wear the sombrero, So I was like, of course I lied, because that's what anybody would do, like, and then you see what you do, right? How you actually achieve it,
So they actually made you play.
And it was like, well, you have to audition. Yeah, I'll audition, da-da-da. So I auditioned, and the director loved it. It was a few thousand guys.
Oh, wow.
So it was, I think it was a good audition, but the problem wasn't that. The problem wasn't the acting. The problem was like when I got the role, which was really hard, because I was lucky and kind of okay, good, but like mostly lucky.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, you're going to have to do a soccer audition, so there's no problem, right? Because it's supposed to be a guy that becomes a huge soccer star.
And did you ever play soccer before that, or?
I mean, I did play, but like really bad and like very little.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I wasn't professional. That's what I told the director. Do you play soccer? Like, I play soccer, but I never said I was good or anything. No,
I played.
Es que no es lo mismo. O sea, I wasn't professional. I didn't lie.
Right.
Technically.
Yeah.
So then I told him.
So when you auditioned playing the soccer, what happened?
Well, the director, Danny Cannon, is an English guy.
Okay.
Super like soccer, hardcore English guy, And to the point like that one day was like, you're living my dream. I wanted to be a soccer star. All of that like crazy English soccer fans.
Yeah.
Which, I say hi to. But he was like, okay, so you're going to do a soccer audition because at the end of the day, you need to play, like you play, right? You told me you play. I was like, yeah. So we're going to go to like this soccer fields in near Los Angeles this and that day. And then I was like, yeah, whatever. And then, kind of nervous, but, like how hard can it be?
Right.
And then we did the audition, and he kicks the ball towards me, and I kind of like kick it like this instead like this, like bah, and then the ball goes like to another place, and he was like all white, like he lost his like, he was like, what the?
I thought he said you were good, right?
He's like it's like he saw a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you told me you play. It's like, I told you I play, but I'm not professional.
Right.
He said, no, but you have to play like a little bit like better. Like.
Right.
So I did an audition in Newcastle. He told me, I'm going to send you to Newcastle to do an audition for like, you're going to train for a couple of weeks. And then once you train for those couple of weeks, I'm going to fly to London. And then you come back from Newcastle from training with the reserves in Newcastle United. And then I'll audition you with the other ones, with the other actors, but you're the main guy. and see if you can actually improve. If you don't improve anything, I'm not gonna be able to give you the role because it's not gonna happen. So I did train for a couple of weeks so hard that I broke my ankles. I had stress fractures in both ankles. I didn't know that existed, but like I couldn't walk
them,
because I was training so hard.
Yeah.
And it was really, really, really bad, and I couldn't walk. And I went to the doctor and everything. He told me like, forget about your movie. You're not gonna be able to actually do any freaking soccer movie. You're crazy. Like your ankles are broken.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything, obviously, but I went to the doctor by myself. And then I did the audition after a couple of weeks of training when I broke my ankles, and then I wasn't able to do anything.
Yeah.
The director was asking me to like run from here to there and get the ball and then kick it and then kick it somewhere else, and I wasn't able to do it. So he was like, you know what? You can't do it. You trained for a couple of weeks. You didn't improve shit.
Yeah.
And you're done. You're not gonna get the role. Go back to Los Angeles and thank you for coming. And I was like, fuck, like, this is crazy. So I went back to.
Because you put so much effort into it.
Yeah, man. Because that's one of the things that I believe it's one of the characteristics in my life. I haven't been the best in many cases, but I've been really, really hardworking.
Right.
So I didn't improve shit in the when I trained, but I was there like so much that I actually broke my ankles. I trained too much.
Yeah.
So when he told me I didn't get the role, I went back to the car that was going to take me to the hotel, to the production car, And when I was in the car, they give you this little cell phone for the trainings, So, training this day and that day, so they can give you the calls and all that, for training. So I had that production phone with me, and I was like, going back to the hotel, that I was gonna go back to Los Angeles, right? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I trained so hard. I already lost it, so I don't give a fuck anymore. Yeah. So I got out of the car, and I went back to the director, to Danny Cannon, which I say hi to in the case. Saludos, Danny. And then I went back to him, and I was like, you know what? I already lost the role, so I just want you to know that I can run. I can't run. Not because I don't want to, because I broke my ankles. I can't do the freaking things that you're asking me. But I did learn this one thing, which is to keep the ball with me, Because one of my teachers, Doug, teach me that, to keep the ball with you in the same spot without running. I was like, maybe I can show him that and show him that I didn't come to like, not really. Yeah. No, I already lost the role.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he told me, you didn't get it. Go back to Los Angeles. That's it. Boom, boom. So because of the fact that I already lost the role, I was like, I don't have anything else to lose. But I don't want him or the production or Disney to think that I just came for a couple of weeks here to train and to fucking do nothing or watch TV, which I didn't because I was training so fucking hard that I actually broke my ankles. I just want them to know that I came here to train, and that if I didn't make it, I didn't make it. But I worked my fucking ass off.
But you made it. I mean, you're the main character of the movie.
I know, but at the end of the day, they were my thing was like, I don't want them to think that I came here to fucking scratch my balls and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? My pride was on the line. Yeah. And you want to call it honor or pride or whatever or ego.
I think but I was like, you know what? We're gonna cut that part.
I already lost the role. Yeah. So I want you to see that I can keep the ball with me, and I get that's one thing I can show you because with doing that I don't have to run or anything, right? Right. So if you're so fucking good at soccer, like try to get the ball from me. Right. I want to show you that I did learn something. And he tried to get the ball, and out of 5 times, he got it just once. The other 4, I kept the ball with me. And then I was like, you know what? And I didn't get the role. Thank you for the opportunity to fuck off. Because he was really rude to me also. Okay. When he told me that I didn't get the role. So I fucked off. I lost it. But I just wanted to show you I did learn something. Right. And then I left, and I got into the car that was going to take me to the hotel so I could go to Los Angeles, back to Los Angeles. Right. And then he called me. He's like, you got the role. Like,
no way. Yeah. So that little part is what changed.
That's what
I feel like it kind of showed your attitude and your person,
Yeah. I think that at the end of the day, when you lose everything, right, then maybe that's the exact moment to keep fighting. Right. Yeah. When you lose everything,
and
I think it was a turning point for me because I came back. I didn't come back for the role. Right. When I came back to tell him that I did learn something, I came back to prove to him and everybody else and the production company that the money they spent on me, it wasn't because I was a fucking lazy motherfucker doing nothing.
Right.
It's like, I tried my best. I want you to know. I already lost the fucking role.
Right.
I don't give a shit anymore. But it's my honor on the line.
Yeah.
However you want to call it. So I want you to show you that I'm not a fucking dumbass.
You know? Right.
My
well, I mean, as yourself in that
pride,
moment. Right.
It wasn't like my honor. It was more like my pride and ego.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah. My ego that is like, you know what? And I got a little angry with him also because he told me like, yeah, they'll get the role. You fucking you're not good for anything. Go back to Los Angeles. It's like, fuck no. Like I did fucking train for this.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to show him.
Right.
So to me, when I think it took me a few years, but now when I think about that, it's like sometimes when you have a goal and you think it's lost, like when you actually lose it, then maybe it's a time to keep fighting.
100%. Yeah, you know I agree with that.
But no, a lot of people wouldn't because it's like you lost it,
and
you lost the role.
Away from it,
it's like you lost the role.
Right.
You're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
But there's people that come back.
Yeah.
And people are like, you know what? I can do that. And yeah, it could be embarrassing. Like I told you lost the fucking role. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But you know what? What do you
have
to lose?
You've already
lost
much time
it.
doing this.
Exactly.
Right. 100%.
So that to me was the biggest lesson that I learned. And obviously the physical stuff, because I don't play shit.
Right.
I had like 4 doubles, 5 doubles.
Right.
1 for running, 1 for the tricks, 1 for this, 1 for that.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I don't even like soccer.
Right.
I love what it stands for.
Yeah.
It unites people, but I don't like it.
That was one of the questions I was going to ask you. But let's talk about some of the fun things that in the, being an actor in movies. I mean, the fun luxuries that there is to it, and obviously money. And I mean, tell me about that. How was that for you in those movies?
It's really easy to get
being
used
young
to that shit, especially when they fly you in first class Lufthansa with $25,000 per ticket, and you're just like, what the fuck? You get used to it like that.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know. It's I was blessed with having so much scarcity when I was young because I was able to like invest some money in real estate.
Yeah.
But I've seen a lot of people get used to the money very fast and they lose it like in a heartbeat.
Right. Right.
So but just like boxers and sports stars and all of that.
Yeah.
At the beginning I was really passionate about it. Now I'm passionate about like finding stories that I want to tell.
Right.
Like for example, a script or write something with somebody some story that I really want to tell because of whatever reason. It doesn't have to be really dark or intense or anything. It could be a comedy, but something that I want to do.
Right.
The industry itself, I'm kind of disappointed of it. It's not great.
Yeah.
As I said, there's a lot of great people, but a lot of them are really fucked up. So it got to a point where I was like doing these great movies and having a lot of popularity and making money and everything. But I looked around me and it was,
Yeah.
So I wasn't happy.
Well, making money, I mean, as you know, we love timepieces here. We talk about watches and we sell them all day long.
I like watches too. I mean, not many, but yeah.
But still, what was probably one of your favorite watches you've purchased, of making money in the acting and, film
one
industry?
of the first ones I bought was a Bulgari Un Plateado, like it's all shiny. Like
the platinum?
Yeah, the platinum. Yeah, nice. But, it's for me, it's toys.
Yeah.
For me, it's
all toys.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I think a lot of people satanize money and think it's like a little superficial.
Yeah.
I think if you know what it is.
Right.
And it's not going to ultimately make you happy, but it's just for fun.
I think of it as not even just fun, of making it almost like your motivation. Or even a token of success. It's like you did this part so far, and so I bought myself this watch. It's $20,000, and to me, I know, I made it for that. Or I mean, what do you think? Do you think of it as like watches could be, or even luxuries as far as cars, or as like a motivation to push you more?
I think it's fun, and as long as it's not entirely going to make you happy, and you're not relying on that like wanting to get the happiness out of it because you're not gonna get it.
Right.
That's fine. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
For us, I think it's also satanized because it's a kind of a touchy subject, but I think as men we were like very judged in many times.
Yeah.
by being manly and being a man, whatever that means, in the sense that this and the cars
Yeah.
and jewels and everything is like, it's like our animal side
Yeah.
saying, hey, I'm doing this and I'm doing great and it's
Right.
okay. You know,
Kind of are
and
exposing a little bit of our wild
it's not
side.
showing off to somebody else.
Right.
It's to yourself, as you said.
Right.
It's a milestone or whatever. It's okay.
Yeah.
But now it's like there's so many things that are wrong of being like a normal guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, you're gonna be judged because you bought a watch.
Right.
Oh my God, why like this car? Because you're gonna be judged. Oh my God, you're allowed to get angry, but
Right.
not very angry because
Right.
then you're violent.
Right.
And all of that it comes into play. You know,
100%.
I think they see it as toxic.
Yeah.
Everything's fucking toxic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but I feel like nowadays, I feel like when you, to me at least, when I used to, think, judgment of what you're wearing, of this and that, especially being in Scottsdale. I mean, that's just what it's known for, having luxuries and showing off a bit. But now actually being into this business and doing all this stuff, that's where I'm like, I see it differently, Obviously, it's not even just like fun toys, but it could be either for certain timepieces, like either an investment or even because some of them can increase in value drastically, depending on the price point you buy it at. Or I mean, if this is like something that your father gave to you, that's another thing you can, that's another big thing people forget about. Or like I have many friends who buy them today, and they're like, I want to buy a watch that it's the same date my son was born.
Yeah.
And then they enjoy it, and then 18 years later, they give it to their son. Now, that is another huge
That's
thing.
beautiful, man.
I believe it, yeah.
And as men, we don't have many jewelry that we can actually use,
Right,
you
right.
know? I mean, maybe a few things, but like watches are like, and you're right. It's something you can pass on to your kids. Do you have kids?
Yeah, I got 2 kids, yeah.
I got one little one.
Oh, really? Yeah, I got a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Oh, okay. Mine is 10 months.
Oh, yeah, new.
So it's like, yeah, I think about that. It's funny you say it because when you see your watch and because you have a little bit of money, it's like you see you see your
Yeah.
kids and it's like it's one of those little things that
Right.
you can actually pass on
Right.
that mean a lot. So I think I think it's being in this 2025 era.
Yeah.
It's kind of satanizado, ¿cómo se dice? Satanized, ¿cómo se dice?
It's, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's kind of looked like people judge it
Yeah.
a little bit, and I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
And
I think fuck them.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's just more about you. It's more about, your family at the end of the day.
dude, we're
like,
here today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we don't even freaking know.
Right.
So enjoy it. Buy
Yeah.
your fucking watch.
Yeah.
Buy your fucking car.
Yeah, enjoy
it
it.
doesn't matter.
Right.
Like you really never know when you're gonna be here.
Right.
I have so many friends, older and younger, that
Right.
like from one moment to the other, it's like, oh, guess what? This guy and that died, accident, this
Yeah.
sickness, fucking, you
Yeah.
know, it's horrible. So, whatever makes you happy, man.
Right. Right.
Right?
I totally agree with that. Yeah. Well, I gotta ask, what do you have on?
This is an Octofinissimo de Bulgari.
Oh wow, look at that! You
Yeah.
didn't even see the skeleton on that.
Yeah, this is a little old. I was gonna bring you the ¿cómo se dicen los?
Yeah, the strap.
Yeah, the strap, because I know you know.
Yeah.
But I already have them.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is nice. I bought it in.
Well, take that one
in
off. I'm
Washington.
gonna put another one on your wrist so you can try some new
cool,
ones.
cool, nice.
Because right here we have a white gold Yacht Masters, a 42.
Oh,
And obviously
I love the Yacht Masters.
This is one of my favorites.
I love the Yacht Masters because this is like I used to have a Bulgari like just like that one, but
Yeah.
like gold with
This is so unique.
¿cómo se llama? I gave it away, man.
Oh really? What? How? Like as a gift or what?
Yeah, as one of a guy that was that was my friend, but
Okay.
it wasn't really.
Okay.
I was like, oh, your watch. It was like, yeah, you can have it.
Oh really? Just out of the blue?
Yeah.
That's
This
awesome.
is nice. This is nice.
It's one of my favorite watches because it's
Super
comfortable
nice.
and you feel the weight compared to a stainless steel.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I mean,
Especially with the gold ones.
Yeah.
That one is super thin though.
I really like this one a lot. Bulgari is known obviously. I don't know if you've seen that. I forgot that exact model one. That one that's like as thin as a credit card. Have you ever seen that one?
No, I haven't seen
It's
that
like the
one.
world's thinnest Bulgari ever created.
This is super thin.
super thin.
And it has the jewels here in
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah, it's very unique. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you
A
got
few of them, not many.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, when you're back in town, we gotta switch that out for you.
Yeah.
But obviously, when you go to this is like 30 grand. So when you
Yeah.
this is pre-owned. This is 2023.
Yeah.
But then you can go
This
into
was like 40, I think.
Yeah, you can go. You can go even into the Richard Mille world. This is
I've seen this
solid
like
white gold too.
¿Sabes aquí en Vigo? El Canelo has one of these, no?
Yeah,
One
a lot of
like
people have
what? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw him like a green one or something like that.
Yeah, some of them get up to millions of dollars. This one's about 140,000.
Oh shit! I was like, I don't want to try it on. This is nice.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite watches. But I mean, I feel like when you go to watches, to me, I just always relate to
what's like the I think you can read people by now, right?
Yeah.
What
after 1,000 watches selling them, yeah.
1,000 watches?
Yeah, about yeah.
What do you you see like? Can you tell when somebody buys it and for what reason?
Most of the time, yeah. But sometimes I see where people are just buying just to buy it or just to have something new, and it's almost like the happiness you're talking about. It's like you're not gonna get it, you know. But you know, to each their own, you know. As long as to them that makes them happy. But at the end of the day, everybody has a purpose behind why they're buying it, you know, or an idea of why they're buying it. So I mean, it all. It's
gotta be interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. Yeah, you get some pretty interesting people who just they want to diversify. Because I have a couple clients. One of them has like $100 million in real estate, and he wanted to diversify in watches. I think he spent a few $100,000 with me a couple months ago, and just watches. And he wanted to get watches that weren't going to lose money, but were going to at least. It's almost like a savings, you know, where you can just you're not going to lose much, but if you lose maybe $1,000, you still enjoyed it.
$1,000 is nothing.
Right.
Like
I hate to say about this one. Like this is one that's what did
it's gonna lose a lot.
It's gonna lose a lot, but you paid retail for this.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
that's the problem, right?
But it's still in the moment you loved it, you enjoyed it. Who cares? You know. But that's what I say. Who cares? You know. But some people don't agree with that.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But then we'll go over to the Vacheron. Vacheron's one of my favorites. This is solid gold, 18 karat rose gold.
Oh, nice. This is rose gold too.
So this is actually, guess the year on this.
The year?
Yeah. It looks fairly new, and it's not. It's a 2013.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's seen its time, but it's such a iconic piece. Isn't that wild? Yeah, we got to get that in the camera.
Nice.
Yeah, one of my favorite watches.
A ver si la agarra la cámara. Yeah, this is nice. Bueno, creo que no lo agarró, ¿verdad? ¿Sí lo agarró?
So what other watches have you owned besides this one?
Bulgaris. Only Bulgaris.
Oh, really?
And before that, yeah, I really wasn't. You know, now that you mention it, I started buying watches when I was in TV shows because I was really unhappy.
Okay. Makes sense.
No, but I was like, you know, sometimes you want to compensate, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you make money and you know, you're working so hard, so you want a little something as a token. You know?
And yeah, exactly, because money kind of like goes away. Or
money comes and goes. Yeah.
Comes and goes, and watches kind of stay more.
Yeah.
You know, if they lose more
really
and less value,
right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like what they mean at a stage in your life.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And I think that's beautiful.
I totally agree with that 100%. Well,
so do you also like customize them?
So yeah, we do customize some. Obviously, you know, like I was mentioning before, it's just for major brands, it is frowned upon for doing that. But at the end of the day, I have clients who love buying watches, but sometimes they get over buying every single watch. They own every single watch, and now they're like, I want something different.
Oh,
so then that's where they want to change the bezel. They want to grab the watch and put a bezel that doesn't exist. So we do a custom one for them. We have people in LA that do that, and we can do a custom dial. You know.
What's the most expensive watch you've sold?
Would be most expensive would be a Travis Scott AP. It's when Travis Scott did a collaboration with Audemars Piguet, or Audemars Piguet is how they pronounce it. I know it's kind of, you know, everybody says it their own way, but that one was I sold that one for $386,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do they have insurance? Obviously, yeah.
Well, for me, I have my own insurance, so yeah. So I mean, if I lose it, you know, whatever, I'm covered. But I mean, as far as the client, I would hope that they have insurance, you know.
Well, yeah.
I know some clients who have very expensive pieces and they don't even insure them. But
yeah.
But I guess it's, you know, to each your own. But hey, I really appreciate you coming out,
talking
about watches,
brother. Thank you so much,
and telling me your life story. Because I mean,
well,
you're my I was a fan of you, you know,
thanks,
and I still am, you know.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Of course.
No, thank you. I wish you the best in your podcast, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate.
So what's the goal of the podcast? What's
honestly just bringing people to either relate or even to talk about luxuries and just talking about their life, you know, kind of like you in this movie and
cool,
your fun. But hey, let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
For someone starting out in acting or in getting into that world, what do you recommend for them?
to take their careers in their own hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, like start writing, start like shooting. You know, the possibilities that we have these days,
Yeah.
I didn't have them. Because you had to be on TV,
Okay.
for example, to make it. You had to be in a movie to make it. These days, I think whoever has talent,
Yeah.
it's all about the content,
Agreed.
and it's not so much about the form.
Right.
You can have a beautiful camera that's like a few $1,000,000,
Yeah.
and it could be beautiful, even a nice photography.
Right.
But it's all about the content.
I agree.
So whoever has talent in the music,
Yeah.
and acting, and
I
anything,
agree.
start shooting stuff. You know, because you have this camera, and not only that, you have worldwide distribution.
Yeah. Yeah.
And free.
Yeah, because social media
And
goes
it's free,
everywhere,
man.
and it's free.
It's fucking free.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
I don't know if it's gonna be like that forever.
Yeah.
It's free.
That's
so
why I say take advantage of
write
it now.
a
Right.
scene, a
Right.
short film, a feature, whatever you want. Write it,
Right.
shoot it, and put it out there.
I love it. I love it.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what I would do if in this day and age.
Awesome.
And find a way to monetize it, obviously.
Right.
But that way you're gonna find if you actually like it
Yeah.
or not.
Right.
You know?
I feel like everything
So
today is social
accessible,
media.
man.
Everything is, you know? I mean, that's how people get found. People dance on social media and they
Dude,
become famous.
there's no fucking excuses.
Yeah, I agree.
There is no fucking excuses these
Yeah.
days. You don't need to have an agent.
Yeah.
You don't need to have a movie. You don't need to have a TV show. You have a cell phone.
I
So
agree.
don't give me fucking bullshit.
I agree.
If you can, if you want to do it, you'll do it.
Yeah.
That's the advice.
I love it. Well, hey,
And
thank
the second
you
piece
again.
of advice, don't
Yeah.
do it.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
you guys stay tuned. You know, we are going to be having another podcast guest soon. Again, this is Kuno Becker, one of my favorite artists in the world.
Thanks, brother.
Of
Appreciate
course.
it.
So, hey, stay tuned, like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
You got it, guys. Take care.